The Human Stain by Philip Roth. I actually think this is unspoilable unless I just like sat there and read it to you. It's all in the irony of life. I won't though. This is a no spoiler review of The Human Stain by Philip Roth. So what is it about? Okay, so a badass college professor. Like this guy, he's like a real made a difference kind of guy. And he's retiring soon. And then something stupid happens and he gets canceled. And I mean, he gets canceled like the way we use the word today. And that something stupid is like, it's like stupid. It's nothing. So this book was published in 2000 and it's set a couple of years earlier around the time of the whole Clinton-Lewinsky affair. So prescient as a word, though it is prescient, it doesn't quite fully describe it. Also, it is just perfectly titled and has one of the best deployments of title within the text I've ever come across. So themes. Gosh, I don't want to say racism because I don't want to lead with racism because I don't want you to think that this book is all about race. Because look, it's a book that I felt like, wow, this is really dealing with something that's really, really real. Okay, so I guess thematically, what it explores is what makes us as individuals, the things we deal with and how they make us who we are. And it's set in America around the time that the president got a blowy from the intern. And some examples of these things that make us who we are, these things that we deal with, these things that we usually wrestle with, these things that once they happen, we make them mean something about our lives. These things are stuff like war, racism, sexual assault, privilege, disability. Like it's all in there, okay? Plus the hubris that comes with being human in dealing with those things like pride, anger, denial, 7 deadly sins, whatever, right? The Human Stain covers all of that through the lens of how things happened in America, the history of the United States. And I don't want to say heavy, because it's also very funny and very witty and very well written, but it is real. So for example, when our professor gets canceled, it happens right at the beginning, don't worry. I literally felt like, oh my God, this is such a nothing burger. It's so fucking dumb that everyone is reacting like this. And I found it frustrating and it almost broke the immersion of the book. But then the story builds and the irony gets layered and it starts to make sense on a human level. And this is just what the main guy is dealing with. Obviously, it's in most detail with him. But then I started to see this dynamic echo in the other characters. And Philip Roth is, I guess, he's like a established writer, right? So he knows exactly what he's doing, which I kind of knew, but not really. Either way, I felt completely at ease. And so I saw this pattern of just stupid reactions to stupid behaviors over and over. It's the same thing. It's the human stain in all of us. But even more ironic, we can see the shit in other people, but we can't see it in ourselves. If only we could just take a step back. If only when we took a step back, we could see things for what they are and not color it with our own perspective, with our own worldview. So yeah, I guess, wow, accompanied by all of these other words is all I can say. Well, no, actually, at times it felt like every word that Philip Roth wrote was like a character assassination. Like, oh shit, sick burn. I can't remember any off the top of my head, but like, it was a sadistically pleasurable to read. Like the energy of the book or the energy of the characters throughout the book was such that a sentence as innocuous as, for example, she listens to Elvis, can land like, she listens to Elvis, which is incredible because the book gets us, or at least it got me, to be cynical and resigned and laughing at others. It just brought the human stain out of me.